Here at Fiesta, Texas over spring break. My first day here is Saturday. It's gonna be busy, of course. But what was really surprising was that there were more cars leaving than coming in the morning. There must have been a special group that got to be at the park overnight. Welcome to Disney World. Cheerleaders everywhere. I normally only see this in Orlando, and it seems like it's all year there. I guess they take 1 week off and come to San Antonio. This is when I'm really glad that I have the all-season National Flash Pass. But with all the incredible rides that Fiesta Texas has here, I am going to be rope dropping a kiddie coaster. But this one in particular, because it was broken in December, so I didn't get to ride it. And who knows when it will break again. Maybe forever next time. So you gotta ride it while you got the chance. Skyline does not have a good reputation for their rides lasting. Yes, this is top priority today. Yeah, never mind, it's broken. I just rode the best roller coaster at Fiesta, Texas that is currently operating. I already got this credit, but when it's the only coaster open, might as well ride it. Looks like they're letting people into Joker now. Let me go ahead and do that. Took a little while, but they got it open. I was able to get both sides of Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster. My first 2 credits of the year. And that was way better than I thought it would be. I love the crossovers, the interactions with the other train. And if you are on the red side, which is the far lift hill, you get a nice pop of airtime in the back row. I didn't feel any airtime on the yellow side. I was in the next to last row. Queue is definitely filling up. This is very popular. And for good reason. It is excellent. For a kiddie coaster, this is probably the best there is. Although, this is a little too tall to be considered a kiddie coaster. I would call this a junior coaster. I thought this could be a 1 and done, or 2 and done actually. But no, this is worth riding again. You get 2 laps out of it. It's about 20 seconds from the drop to the final brakes, but you get to go around twice. And even though 20 seconds doesn't sound like long, it definitely feels long enough, especially considering it's on such a tiny plot of land. They did a great job fitting several elements into this small plot of land. Typical B&M unreliability. They break down all the time. Goodness. Superman Krypton coaster while I was in the station. Cliffhanger while I'm in the station. B&Ms just cannot stay up and running. Well, this one could be a 2 and done after all. They spent hours trying to get this back up and running. After I got my 2 rides, 1 on each side earlier, it broke down. And they've been spending hours trying to get it back up and running. Finally got it back up and running. Ran for 1 cycle, it's broken again. Even from the top of Cliffhanger, this really stands out. Most of the day, but at the end there was no line at all. After it came back online after a cleanup, which prevented me from getting a night ride earlier. The flash pass didn't say that it was back online, but it was. Got up there at 8:40 and got 4 rides in the last 20 minutes. So sometimes that's just the way to do it. Hang on till the end, even if it seems like a rough day, super busy, food lines an hour long all day. So in those cases, just hang on till the end of the day, and you might find some super short lines, even on Iron Rattler. I'll bet even Cosmic Coaster Kid Flash was probably a short line at the end. A quick turnaround after last night, staying all the way till closing at Fiesta, Texas, and then losing an hour overnight with the time change. I prefer for us to just get rid of daylight savings. Like, it works better with the other way anyway. Earlier sunsets means more night ride time all year long, not just for like 3 months out of the year. I left SeaWorld San Antonio a little bit earlier than I thought I would. Their ride lines were getting to be super long. Got on all 4 major coasters. Catapult Falls was closed. So the VIP lounge here at Fiesta, Texas, you can either take the elevator or go up the stairs, get some free snacks, and I think it was like lemonade and water, coffee maybe, I don't know. But it's right across from the main theater, right in there. Then it looks like you got, I don't know if that's part of the outdoor seating of it. And you get a certain number of visits per year. Now once you go at some point during the day, that entire day counts as 1 visit. It doesn't count as a separate visit if you go twice in the same day. You just got to keep your lanyard that they give you. So today I've just been going around getting 1 ride on all the coasters, all the operating coasters, which of course means I'm not riding Kid Flash. I was very lucky to get 3 rides on this yesterday. This thing very rarely operates. The cheerleaders aren't here today, but this is the start of spring break here in Texas. Getting towards mid-March. It's March 10th today, and they are starting spring break. And today got 13 rides on Iron Rattler, 5 in the last about 50 minutes, and I mixed in 1 ride on Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger in the middle of that. Got 3 in a row there at the end in the last about 12 minutes. That very last one was tricky, trying to find 1 empty seat on the train. I was able to find 1. That was in row 7, right in the middle. I didn't care, I just wanted on. Roadrunner was down all day. Got 3 on Cliffhanger in total. I'll split times between the 2 parks tomorrow as well. My last day here, my last of 3 days. But I'll give more time to SeaWorld tomorrow, because gave a lot of time to this park the last 2 days. But I've only gotten 2 rides on Poltergeist, my second favorite in the park. Want to get more rides on that. That's the one line that's been moving real slow and getting long line. It still takes almost 40 minutes, even with the Flash Pass. The park opens in about 13 minutes, and people have been riding Goliath for over 15 minutes. But it does look like a special group had early access to at least this ride. But once they open the gates for everybody, we have access to it too. So it pays to get in early. Even though this is just a Batman the Ride clone, it's still pretty cool to get on it before official park hours. It's cool to get on anything before official park hours. I just wanted to come in and get a couple of rides. Did that. Got on Cliffhanger, Iron Rattler, Goliath, and Poltergeist. Got my meal. Now heading over to SeaWorld. I might come back here late in the day. But once again, I feel bad for anyone that this is their one day to be at this park. That they buy a one-day ticket and that this is like the only day they'll ever come here. This is not standard. If you were here on Monday, March 11th, no, this is not a normal day here. Come back another day. It is almost never this crowded. They might hit capacity today. Got a dolphin and a shark there. I had a great time at SeaWorld, but I decided to come back to Fiesta, Texas for the end of the night. Cliffhanger actually took 20 minutes. It was pretty backed up once you got past the pre-shows. So I had an option of either doing a couple on Roadrunner Express or one on Iron Rattler. So it's clear which one I chose. Although I do love Roadrunner Express. That's one of the best family coasters there is. That was another great visit here to San Antonio, to both parks. I spent more time here as usual. So I ended the 3 days with 24 rides on Iron Rattler, only 2 today. And both parks were just insanely busy. I guess Monday is the new Saturday. This was like 10 times more crowded than Saturday or Sunday. Not that it really bothered me because I took full advantage of the Saturday and Sunday here. And I wanted to do the water park today, and on a 70-degree day, the water park was very empty. It had more people in it than I thought it would be, actually, but there were no lines, pretty much. But my lesson is learned. I will not come to San Antonio for spring break again. I'll come in the summer, I'll come around Christmas, maybe even at some other times, but not spring break. When I was here in 2021 for spring break, and there was like no lines, the crowd was so light. Yeah, that was capturing lightning in a bottle. I'm guessing that because they were actually still requiring masks at that time, I think a lot of people were not wanting to go just because they didn't want to have to wear those stupid masks anymore. Everyone was sick of it by then and weren't going to places that required it. But I took full advantage of it by being here at a time when you could just ride as much as you want. Definitely not this year. This year is going to be crazy for this spring break. Didn't really bother me, but just passing that advice along to others who might be planning or thinking about coming here for spring break. It will be insane crowds. It'll be Halloween level, Fright Fest level crowds.